you intentionally trying to move it out of my...
Trying to move it along.
What up, dude bros? I'm Frank, and that is all of the video footage for the Nerf Rival Prometheus that I collected at the 2018 Toy Fair. Now to my opinion and analysis of my limited time with the Prometheus. The Prometheus launches in fall of 2018 for an estimated retail of $199.99, which is $200 US, which is expensive. For that, you do get an included battery, which is a rechargeable, very lightweight battery, which I'll get to, the blaster, as well as 200 Nerf Rival rounds. So the cost, I mean, it's still expensive, but it makes sense. Is it worth it? Different question entirely, but at least it's logical. The blaster holds 200 Nerf Rival rounds in a large hopper. It's very similar to a Nemesis. It's kind of like an upgraded Nemesis, more or less. Upgraded's probably the wrong word, like heavy gunner style, and the Nemesis was already a heavy gunner like Dominator. This is like a heavier version of that. Like you see Vin Diesel and you're like, wow, that dude's a heavy gunner. Then you see Dwayne Johnson, you're like, okay, there's the Prometheus, bro. Doesn't make Vin Diesel small, but holy balls, Prometheus. I mean, or Dwayne Johnson. Mixing up my analogies, damn it, Franklin. 200 round capacity, fully automatic, firing an advertised 8 rounds a second. I haven't measured that, that's just their claim. And just like their chrono claims, I will be confirming that with a final production model. Regardless of the number, it certainly shoots fast and faster than the Nemesis. You can hear it audibly when it's firing. That's obviously not like sped up video footage. That would be a funny way to troll people though. So my opinion on the Prometheus is kind of pretty much exactly what I was expecting. The major difference was the weight. It's much lighter than I was anticipating. It wasn't that heavy. And that's largely due to the rechargeable battery pack that they chose. It's a pretty lightweight battery, making the whole blaster pretty wieldable. Considering it's so big with 200 round capacity, you can snap it around pretty quickly. On that note though, I don't know that it's going to be a super popular blaster. Like the Nemesis is hands down a functional, it'll just wreck everybody. But the Prometheus isn't necessarily an upgrade because it's such a different style. It's not a traditional blaster. The rear handle, for example, is angled in such a way that makes it very difficult, unless you want to lock your wrist like this, to get up near your face. Most people want to put their blaster in front of their eyes to like look down the sight. This is what we call a no scope. No scope all day, every day, brah. Get a laser pointer for that 15% accuracy like Call of Duty says. But this blaster is very clearly designed to be held there, and it's not even designed very well to be like perched up onto like a ledge to shoot like a Sentry, like the Rhino Fire or the Vulcan. So I'm a little surprised that they went that route because it's very clearly a mobile blaster. Kind of makes sense in the Rival series because it's like high-speed tag and nobody wants to sit up like with a Sentry. Maybe they're trying to discourage that style of play, but that's what this blaster will dominate at. So kind of odd. I can totally see somebody being on the fence between that and the Nemesis, even if somebody might think the Prometheus is better. I would not just say it's objectively better at all. Pointing out my subjective opinion on playstyle and everything, it did what it was supposed to do. It shoots crazy fast and it seemed to be shooting hard, consistent with other Rival blasters, so probably around that advertised 100 FPS. Of course, I'll chrono that when I get a test sample later. A few other things to note, the hopper is removable just like the Nemesis. You can pop it out. I don't think it's meant to be like quick changeable. Hoppers are so fast to reload it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense anyways, but it kind of acts as the access door, so you can get to the feeding system in the event of a jam. I've shot thousands upon thousands of balls through all of my different Nemesises, and I've only had 2 or 3 jams now. So that's not like a common thing to pull off that thing like an access door. Not a huge deal, but it's a good feature to have just in case, and also that feeding mechanism is very similar or the exact same as the Nemesis. It has that little churning system to make sure it agitates the balls to ensure smooth feeding, and it feeds on that same conveyor system as the Nemesis. If the blaster is upright using gravity, it feeds just like a Nemesis, and I didn't see any consistency issues at all. But if you want to do hardcore parkour just like the Nemesis, obviously the conveyor will stop feeding. BT dubs, you're gonna see the same tester shooting on all of my firing demos. This dude is not a nerfer. He was a nice guy. He was giving it his all. He wasn't slacking, but he just had no idea how to use any of the Nerf guns. He tried, but it was kind of funny that like I was moving my camera to try to get different parts and he was like trying to move the blaster and it was like, stop, let me move. He didn't get it. Are you intentionally trying to move it out of my...
Trying to move it along.
I didn't realize how awkward all of the footage was until I got home, and I can't go reshoot that footage. So awkward dude going like this is just gonna be burned in forever on the internet. Can't be taken down. The rechargeable battery is included and it is removable. I'm not sure if you have to remove it for charging, but you can if you want to. My rep wasn't sure that batteries will be sold separately, and how it seemed like they are dedicated to that blaster, so I'm not sure that they'll be sold separately. So let's hope the capacity is pretty good, and you'll most likely run out of balls before your batteries die, because 200 rounds, it's really fun and it's really fast to load, but cleaning up 200 balls, and the balls don't drop like darts. Like when you hit a wall, they don't fall straight down. They ricochet all over the place. So yeah, that is the Nerf Rival Prometheus launching in 2018 for about $200 US. That concludes all of my footage for the Prometheus, as well as my opinion and analysis of that footage, and my time to demo that blaster at 2018 Toy Fair. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, bros, stay tactical.